are listening to an Atomic Broadcasting production, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the feature presentation. And remember, do your part, such as like, comment, rate, and don't forget to tell a friend to tune in for an Atomic Time.
Why are ghosts scary? Like, can't we just have happy, nice-looking ghosts?
Ghosts are scary because they're supposed to represent the unknown after death and how we deal with it.
But, like...
that is the core of them.
Why do they have to be scary? Like, sunken eyes, no face, melting skin. Why can't they just, like, look like a guy named Jim?
There are countless stories of ghosts looking like a guy named Jim, but they kind of fade into existence because we like being scared. Fade into existence, fade into non-existence.
And it's pretty common to tie a ghost appearance to the deceased appearance over time. You know, so then the withering and the decay.
There are like plenty of folk tales where it's just like, yeah, I spoke to like this guy at a tavern and he gave me sagely advice, and then he doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, oh yeah, a truck driver was real nice. He managed to pick me up when I was stranded on the road and drop me off at this truck stop, and they told me no one comes by here ever. And I was like, oh, he's a friendly guy.
Or I stayed at this nice old couple's house whenever I was traveling, and then when I woke up in the morning, it turned out the house was in shambles and only skeletons were in the house.
All of these are actual stories from
Yes.
our lives, by the way.
Oh, is that a true story? Well, I was thinking... I was thinking about, if that were the case, how many ghosts do you walk by every single day? Like, that guy at the bus stop.
Well, how many ghosts did Devlin run into in this past week trying to get over the cacophony?
No, speaking of that, both of you stressed out, which means neither of you, Devlin or Colm, get downtime activities. What'd you guys take for your trauma?
Colm is a little bit unstable now. You know, between trying to get out like a cornered animal and then getting drugged off his mind, he's a bit off his rocker.
That's fair.
So, yeah.
Devlin has just become very demoralized, and if he senses an air of unsurety, he becomes more recluse and less charismatic, and his trauma comes in the form of inability to do. So when he will face something, his response is not to be running away or feeling crazy. It's more of the, I'm lost in my head now because I feel like I am inadequate.
Doubting everything you could try to do.
Yeah.
So Devlin is the biggest mood.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as a teacher who doesn't give tests, I feel like that works well for your students.
Will he continue to not give tests? Maybe not giving tests is the wrong thing to do.
He walks in to class and one of the students says, "Hey, Professor Oliver, your hat looks stupid," and he just stands there the rest of the class period.
Somebody stands up to leave and like, no, sit down. Stares into space for the next half hour.
What does, enough about the two who don't get to do anything, what does Summer want to do for her one downtime activity since she had to give one up?
So Summer is going to try to reduce her stress by throwing herself into her vice a bit and working a lot on that paper. Maybe especially trying to be the one to cover, that story with the one building that we broke into. But maybe not. Maybe it's just more cooking things.
The word lost me for that building, too.
It's not
it was
a
a government building.
It was a government
Just
building, yeah.
Generic government building.
I have city council.
City council building.
City offices.
Yeah,
there we go.
That thing.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make that roll.
I got a 4.
Reduce for stress.
Ooh.
So we will arrive at your guys' hideout. Summer is the first to show up. Shortly after, Colm, I forgot, what is your vice? What do you do? I know one of them is seeing your family, but what's the other?
His vice is pleasure. He likes to go to the Vale, but being overstressed, he might have just gone anywhere.
Okay. Pleasure, how is it? You're the social?
The Vale's a social club.
You come in. You're looking a little worse for wear, still a little shaken after the events that occurred on the last heist. Aloud, you look like you're constantly on edge, like anything can set you off. Then next up, Devlin comes in, and it looks like he just got off of teaching. He looks a little somber, little trapped behind everything, and sits down. You guys have everything you need. Not everything. You have most of what you need to begin going to the final sprint toward the artifact to repay your debt, so to speak, to Lord Skurlock. You have the expandable Faraday cage to block the wall of light to allow you easier access. You have a way and a means to find powerful or innate spiritual artifacts,
among other things.
That seems to have unexpected consequences. The cage will take up 2 bulk. The artifact is a free item. You will require 1 bulk for equipment to handle the artifact properly. I don't care which one of you takes it. Bear that in mind. It's going to be taken off of one of your guys' sheets or multiple. Now, you know you're running out of time. Lord Skurlock demanded it be given to you within a set time frame, and you have just about a couple of days to get there. He asked it to be delivered to him at the docks on a very specific time. Unlike last time, he hasn't shown up to check to make sure you guys are doing a good job. He seems to be off busying himself with his affairs, as one does. Instead of asking how you guys want to do this next heist, we're just going to get right into it. So, I have 1 dice for sheer luck, 1 dice for each major advantage. You have 2. Let's see here. Do any of you have any friends or contacts you would like to use?
Do you think Celia has any usefulness in this?
Maybe a well-hidden spot for us to get through the...
So maybe she could put in a good word for us. Like have it spread throughout the...
Maybe we can get just a bulk items of Spirit Bane charms.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
You guys don't have a friend, unfortunately.
Because I don't think my blue coat friend is going to help me beyond the wall.
Yeah, but at least maybe like keeping the area clear of blue coats while we go through.
Do you have any other elements that you'd like to bring up before we make this engagement roll?
I think we're ready to go.
Okay.
We're ready to roll.
So with that 5, we're going to go ahead and start this here. You guys get out of the boat that you stole from a lampback to get across the river. And as you get closer, the buzzing of it gets louder and louder and louder until it's almost overbearing. You extend the Faraday cage through the wall of light with relative ease, and you make your way through. And almost as if passing through, like, a mystical gateway, once you reach the other side, you notice a few things. All of you. First, the loud buzzing doesn't stop. That's persistent. Second, you notice the destroyed houses, the dilapidated area of the lost districts, sort of scattered out as remnants of a destroyed city almost. Third, you notice that throughout the streets and the things that you can see around houses and destroyed rubble, you can just see ghosts beyond anything that you've seen before in the city. The closest thing you guys have seen to these entities were the Banshee that you summoned and dealt with the first time around. Finally, the last thing you notice is fighting these ghosts are horse warriors, basically. People atop horses, people running through the streets with horses behind them, and they seem to be doing a very good job at keeping these spirits at bay. You guys would know them as the Silver Nails.
Alright, does anybody know how this thing works? How we're gonna find the artifact?
remind me, all of you succeeded on your tuning roll, right? So because of that, any of you can attune to the artifact if you want. It is a check. You will have greater success. It is still going to be a risky situation just due to what the artifact is capable of. But you know you would have to attune to it for it to function.
I feel like story-wise, it makes more sense for Summer to do it because she's the only one who hasn't been traumatized by it.
Mm-hmm.
Mechanics-wise, she's the one with the most stress right now. So, I don't know.
It's up to you.
I wouldn't mind doing it, considering I have been trained to speak more with the supernatural, but also I am a teacher of the arts. So even if it gets me a little further into insanity, it also gets me a little bit further into knowledge. Yes.
So yeah, you should have it.
You good with that?
Works for me.
So I will attune to the thing and assume I know what I'm doing.
Make a roll.
A 6. Is that good or bad?
So you attune to this artifact, and immediately your eyes glaze over for a second before lighting up with an ethereal light, and it looks as though the landscape has changed. Instead of seeing the buildings and the things, they're still there, but they're not as prominent. What is prominent are all of the ghosts and demons and devils that are surrounding this area. They're sort of shining like a beacon, and off into the distance, deeper into the city, you can see an almost unignorable light source pulling you to it, and you can assume that's what you need.
After you see his eyes light up, you just see his finger just lift up and point, goes, over there. And that's all he says.
After you leave, or after you step into the Lost District, some of the ghosts that were fighting the Silver Nails or anything, they don't look at you, but you know for a fact that they know you're here.
Time to hide in the shadows.
So you guys have to find a way to make it through this ghost-strewn, war-torn cityscape.
Let's prowl.
Okay. So we can all either prowl separately, or someone can lead a group action.
So I would like to take initiative and say that we should prowl separately, because I would like to take the advantage that they know of my existence and semi-separate from the group. Because I know for a fact that they know that I'm there. They don't know that you're there, but if they catch sight of me, I'm in a lot more trouble than you guys are.
So you have this feeling that, like, because you can see, like, they're standing out to you like that, and you can see them and you can sense them now, the same is true for you. Does that make sense? So it's not like every ghost in the city knows you're there, but you're more visible to them.
Is there any way that I could potentially give them a more accurate description of where the thing is? Can I just say it's like 40 paces that direction, or you're going to have to go underground, or...
In this case, I would want to check for that.
Might as well do study.
Okay.
4?
You're able to give them relatively okay instructions. They're not going to be able to find it, but they will be able to get to the general area of it in their own pathing.
I will meet you there, and when I get there, I could probably tell you exactly where it is. But if I don't make it, just look around for it, alright?
Alright.
Alright.
I'm gonna go that way now.
Make any sense to you there, Mars?
Sounds like we just go that way.
Right.
Until we don't.
Let's keep to the shadows then.
So, do you two want to prowl separately, or do you want to have one of you lead a group action?
I think we can do separate.
Okay.
How are you on prowl?
I'm fine on prowl.
I have a 4.
Okay.
5.
Okay. How are you going to navigate, Petite?
So using the new vision that he has, the ability to kind of just sense what the ghosts are aware of, I'm going to attempt to go into the most hidden places around there and work my way, even if it kind of takes me out of the direct line, because I don't want to just walk out in the middle of the street.
So prowl?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 4.
Summer and Colm. You guys are making your way through the city. You're taking a more direct route. You have to, there are some rubble in the way that you can't surpass, things like that. You hear fighting going on, explosions, things happening. The Silvernails are taking care of their business. And you think you're about halfway to where you need to be. Not out of nowhere, because you heard the horse feet coming. A Silvernail runs across your path and notices you guys. His horse just kind of keeps running for a little bit and then stops. He hops off of his horse, turns around to face you, and asks, "I don't recognize you two."
Well, why would you?
I recognize it. Where's your nails? And he holds up his hand, and you can see a silvered nail fancied as a ring around his finger.
We haven't earned ours yet.
So you're not a Silvernail?
I mean, not yet.
Why are you here?
Initiation.
The fellows in the wall said we had to come out here, find something good, and bring it back to prove that we're good to go.
What? No, that's not how we've done things.
I mean, that's what the guys on the inside have been saying.
We've been scattered lately. You gotta go kill a ghost.
Oh, okay. Well, we can do that out here.
Okay, we'll go. I'll follow. Make sure you don't get hurt. Go find one. He walks back to his horse, grabs the lead.
Well, that's nice of him.
Hops on it.
When he goes back to his horse, can we slink back into the shadows?
You can certainly try.
Did
Okay.
he just see a ghost?
Yep, I see that.
I also got a 6.
You both got a 6. Yeah. So when he goes back to his horse, he takes a little extra time. He pats it down, makes sure it's okay, grabs its reins, hops back on it, turns the horse around, and you two are gone. And he's like, "Now I know they weren't no ghosts, but why did they run away?"
Yeah.
Petite, you go to take the longer route because you want to try and draw the attention away from them, at least for the ghostly parts. Now, I didn't tell you this, and I should have, and I'm sorry. It was a risky roll with lesser effect. So even though you did well, you succeeded, you prowled a bit, you're gonna get caught. However, you're prowling through the city. You make your way into one of the dilapidated houses, and then you feel a very familiar now to you chill run up your spine, and goosebumps form all over your body, and you know that you've been caught. You can't see what it is yet, because it's behind you, but you are frozen.
Okay, what's the word?
Resist?
Resist.
Yes. Go ahead then, roll either Resolve, Powers, or Insight. I don't think Insight would work in this case. Well, maybe. I could see an
We're going Resolve.
Okay.
My highest is 5.
Okay. So you're no longer paralyzed, but you are going to take 1 stress.
Since I feel that paralyzing feeling and I'm able to shake it off, I don't turn around, but since I know that they're there, I just begin to speak in just a very monotone and kind of apathetic manner. And I just say, "It's nice to meet you."
Make a check. So since you have Ghost Voice as your skill, what would be a risky situation with less effect, it gives you potency. So that's going to be a risky situation with normal effect. Actually, I'm going to make this a desperate situation.
Would sway be applicable?
Yes.
Ooh.
What'd you get?
I rolled 2 ones.
You feel a pressure in between your collarbone and the back portions of your rib, in between that little fleshy area. It feels as though something sharp is pressing down there. And you hear a wispy, but at the same time gravelly voice say, "The pleasure is all mine." So you two, you successfully gotten away from the silver nail. However, as you were prowling away, unfortunately it happened that he was going the same way you guys were going for quite some time. And he met up with some of his friends, and you overheard him talking, and he explained to them that there are 2 people, unidentified, roaming around. They don't really seem to care too much. They have other things to deal with, but they know to keep an eye out for you.
We'll most likely die anyway, so why should they care?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're able to find the area. You wait 5 minutes, 10. You don't know where he's at. He hasn't shown up. 15. Still not there.
Where in the devil is Devlin?
Oh, no. You think you got lost out there? You probably did.
Or tripped. Let's split. Make small circles meeting up in the middle, opposite directions.
It's somewhere in here.
He can't be too far from it because he had a direct line of vision, so even if he was taking a weird route, he should have gotten close.
I think we just gotta try and find the thing so we can get out of here.
That's true. I don't really know what it does.
So, as a small correction, you don't know what it does, but you have handled a similar artifact before, since that's kind of what got you in this mess.
I think we just gotta try to find the old manor. There might be something notable for Skurlock's property. I think we just gotta push on. If he makes it, he can catch up with us.
You're right. We could lose a lot of time and resources trying to track him down and not be able to save him if he's in too big trouble and get into that trouble ourselves, or we can get the artifact, grab him on our way out if we can.
I think the latter. Let's go ahead and try to look for it. Colm will definitely start trying to, while still sneaking around the area, hoping to avoid the silver nails, looking for the location. Do you think we'd rather, because if one of us finds it, we can find it. I think it might be better if I help you. I can spend 1 stress to give you 1 more die.
Yeah. I'd say study or survey would probably be the best for it.
Yeah, I think I would probably survey myself or hunt.
So let's do survey. Six.
Yeah.
It takes a minute, 10, 15 more, but you eventually find a wall that is still holding up and looks to be connected into a building. There is no real door to the building. Like, there is an entrance, but it leads into a small room, and the room doesn't seem to take up the whole space. You're not sure how to get in yet, but you know that this is where you probably need to go. As Summer's searching the wall, and you're searching the wall as well, almost out of nowhere you hear a shift, like stone going against stone, and you turn to see who it is, and Devlin is standing there pressing his hand against a set of stones, just lounging, and a secret door opens up.
Well, that solves two problems.
He did catch back up with us.
Do I still have the vision that I used,
Yeah.
after I attuned? Because I was wondering if that went away.
No, you still have it.
You've got to be able to find the perfect place to push.
What took you so long?
You seem really calm.
Well, I made it, and
Well, we were worried. We don't have time for this. Come on.
it's right in here.
Did you run into the silver nails?
Not the silver nails, no.
Okay.
As you make your way down to this hidden location, all of you can feel an immense pressure growing and becoming more thick as you go through. And it's clear you're getting closer and closer to the artifact.
Do you think there'll be another one of those bloody banshees down here?
I doubt it. I don't see anything. Looks fine to me. We should just be able to pick it up and carry it off.
Do we see anything of like his eyes glowing or anything like that?
I mean,
his vision or
no different than what it was when he was attuned to the artifact.
okay.
How's he handling those stairs?
I mean, his foot hurts a little, so I'm presuming he's limping. How are you handling those stairs?
I'm limping a little less, but still, it looks uncomfortable.
Okay.
Also, I'm trying to figure out how to operate with my arm being in a sling. He's just operating as normal. So describe this room that we're in.
So as you enter, the further down you go, the more well taken care of it all seems. The more opulence exists. The larger of an area it takes up. It seems almost counterintuitive due to it's supposed to be a hidden base. But once you get down to the bottom of the stairs and open the door leading into the next room, the room itself is massive, and it is filled with many spiritual artifacts and many items that seem ancient compared to the things you guys are used to dealing with. Devlin, of course, can see which artifact you're looking for. It is at the end of the room. It is not in... There's no, grand thing marking it to anyone else. The amount of pressure that's coming off of it, the amount of life essence that you can see, you know which one it is. Other than that, though, it is just a large room filled to the wall with cases and displays of artifacts and other spiritual things. There are some books, some notes scattered around, various things like that, all of which you can presume belongs to Lord Skurlock.
Devlin, almost drooling at this point, is making a beeline straight for the artifact.
I don't want to be any more debt to this man.
Feel free to take whatever you want, but this one's mine.
No, that's Lord Skurlock's.
Right, that's what I meant.
You want to make an attune check?
If you're thinking of cheating Lord Skurlock at all, trust me, I will not let you, because I'm way more afraid of him than interested in any gain.
I rolled a 6.
Do you guys want to look at anything in the room?
No, Colm is uneasy about this. He's had bad experiences with ghosts and is going to avoid looking into any of these things because he's like, nope, I don't want to know. The more I know, the worse it gets.
Someone doesn't know if there's possibly old booby traps or what sort of ghost might freak out. Yeah, nope.
So, when you say the threat toward Devlin about not screwing over Lord Skurlock, Devlin grasps the artifact and just starts maniacally laughing is the best way to describe it. And all of the pressure that you guys felt in the room, not all of it, but a large chunk of it, seems to be going and funneling and dissipating into Devlin. Yeah.
I'd like to use my concealed palm pistol and shoot him.
Okay. I can see finesse.
So I don't have finesse or skirmish. I'm trying to think of what I could potentially otherwise use. Could use study to aim, maybe? I know in theory how to use a gun pretty well. And if not, can I make a devil's bargain to shoot him?
We'll stick with the devil's bargain. So let me sort of describe, as you go to shoot him, what your friend is looking like. He has massive amounts of energy swirling around him. His cloaks are billowing and flapping in the breeze. It is clear whatever is in control of Devlin is not Devlin. Now, since this is technically player versus player, I do want to back things up a bit before we decide what you roll and before we talk about your devil's bargain. How do you want, like, armor? How do you think this ghost... Because I'm letting you play this ghost right now. Do you think he'd care about your body?
Probably not.
So no?
Well,
I thought he might need your body.
yeah, he wouldn't be able to take the artifact if he didn't have the body.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But he is just trying to get the energy from the artifact.
well, if it's just the energy, then he probably wouldn't care about the body. He's just wanting to get that done and dusted.
What do you want for the devil's bargain?
To shoot him successfully, ideally in a way that would be enough pain to knock someone out but not kill them, but I feel like that usually you're going to bleed out with that kind of spot.
So are you wanting to, like... You can choose where you want to shoot him.
There's a small chance that, he's being possessed and he'll be fine afterwards. It'll leave him. But that's a small chance, and I feel bad killing Petete. But also I feel like it needed a body, and if I can break that body, maybe that will stop it.
Okay. So you want to shoot him...
In the head?
Oh. Colm's not going to try and stop you on what you're doing, because Colm is going to do his own thing.
So you're aiming for his head.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take, for this devil's bargain, because you've been... You know Devlin.
Yeah.
And even though this is not Devlin, you know what happens when someone gets shot in the head. There's no
I'm
coming
hoping he's
back.
already dead, technically.
You are going to take 5 stress for shooting your friend in the head.
That is completely fair.
I still want to roll.
Okay. Me. It's a 5, and I am now traumatized.
Oh, no.
Huh, I wonder what traumatized you.
So since you technically succeeded, but with consequences, here's what's going to happen. You fire. A loud crack fills the room. It comes hurtling at Devlin. You are standing in such a way where it hits your eye and shoots out your temple. Take a level 3 harm. Shot to the head. A level 2 harm. Missing an eye. And a level 1 harm. Bleeding out. If you take another harm, regardless of severity, you die. You can now try and fight the ghost.
I would want to fight the ghost. But with the trauma that he has taken, as demoralized as he is, Devlin is not going to fight against it.
So Colm, he's going to rush Devlin, reaching for the artifact and like fighting you, and Colm will skirmish with you, trying to just, if any harm to you, taking the thing away.
So you're going to tackle him and fight for the artifact. Okay, honestly, I think this has to be skirmish. So the ghost possessing your body wants this artifact. It will not let it go. what you're going to do is resist. Whatever he's about to do, you're going to resist it. So go ahead and make that resist roll now. You can do it prowess v prowess. You can do it resolve since you're a ghost, maybe some magical stuff.
Yeah, so that would just, that would be 3.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 3 dice.
I got 2 6s.
Okay. Make your check. This is a desperate situation with normal effect. Well, actually, we'll do greater effect since you are agitated and violent.
And Colm is pushing himself for this because the end is in sight for getting the thing that they've been struggling for. And he's not going to let Devlin stop him. Like, he doesn't care that maybe, like, oh, this guy's possessed. No, this is Devlin. Why this guy? 1-6.
You take no stress for resisting. Since he had greater effect, what we're going to do is say he still succeeds. He gets the artifact away from you, but you're not going to take a harm from it.
Colm's goal is to get the thing away from you. He does not care about physically harming you at this point to do so. But he's not trying to hurt you is the purpose. The purpose was to get the artifact.
So I have very little skirmish. None, in fact. But as the ghost.
The ghost, we'll talk about that. First, I want to give you another offer to try and resist. The ghost.
You know what, yeah. After hearing Colm berate me, I think maybe I want to tell him, no, that wasn't me.
Try doing a normal for Devlin, a tune check. Or I will accept all of your resolve if it's better.
It's a 5.
So as you rip the artifact away from him, ethereal hands stay gripped onto it, and you basically yank out the ghost, and Devlin just shouts at you,
"It wasn't me!"
And you're just seeing a ghost. Take 2 stress. The ghost is still firmly holding on to the artifact. Devlin, first thing after you speak, you immediately vomit.
Understandable.
Then you feel the pain of your eye being shot out. Take 3 stress.
Understandable. At this point, I don't even know what to do because I know specifically Devlin would not want to put his hands on that artifact. Can I try to talk to it?
Yeah.
The ghost?
Yeah. That's something you can do. Again, the situation is desperate, and you will have normal effect because you would have little effect.
Before I do this, what is Summer doing?
Summer is currently balled up in a corner, rocking back and forth.
The ghost is in the goat, is in the ghost. There's a ghost in the goat. Yeah.
So in a moment of desperation, Devlin speaks out to the ghost and says, "If you leave them and the artifact alone, you can have my body. But you've got to take us out of here."
Ghost does not care about your body.
But the ghost can't take it.
The ghost doesn't want it physically. It just couldn't open the door to get here because of the protections.
How far can a flashback go?
As far as you want.
How close can a flashback go?
As close as you need.
Flashback time. On his way down, the ghost, not really caring about the other two, closed the door to potentially keep them from taking the artifact.
Trapping himself inside because he's a stupid little ghost. I like that. We'll accept that flashback. No stress needed. It's a pretty simple flashback. Go ahead and make your roll.
Now that I have to actually do it, I don't... You know what? Let's do a tune. Because I was possessed at the time. 4.
The ghost, still drawing the power from the artifact, looks at you confused for a second, as though your offer is scrap. worth nothing. And then he remembers that he shut the door behind him so he can trap you all here and steal one of your bodies to get out once he's drained the artifact. And you specifically said you get to keep my body, but we get the artifact.
Yes, let them go, and the artifact, but you can have my body.
The ghost takes a second, looks at the artifact that he's gripping onto, fighting against Colm, looks around at all of the artifacts in the room, and then swarms back in your body and walks you to a different artifact for you to grab. You two are free to go.
Let's get the hell out of here. Colm will proceed to leave, because after the shock of punching you and ripping a ghost out, he's now emotionless and aloof. So he's like, screw him. Let's go.
Are you going to leave Summer rocking in a corner? I mean, technically speaking, she could make her way out. There's just no guarantee she gets out of this place alive.
How much do I want to play into the current emotional state? Because I think in a like emotionless, devoid state, he wouldn't care.
So you're just going to walk out with the artifact.
At this point, Colm is leaving.
You make your way out. Go ahead, make a roll to get out of the place.
Am I looking for a specific skill?
Whatever you feel. This is navigating the city back to where you left the Faraday cage.
So I'm going to prowl, and I'm going to push myself again. So I have 3 dice. A 4.
So you're able to make your way out of the area rather easily. You've been through this here. Actually, the consequence of that 4, you run into another silver nail. But seeing as how you have the artifact hidden and how you're just like, I'm a civilian, I don't even know why I'm here, he takes pity on you and guides you out of the city. You make your way through the city to the docks.
Upon reaching the city, kind of having some time, when Cole makes it back into a city where there's also safety from spirits, that's when he breaks down. Because he hits that emotional state of like, oh, what have I done?
So you break down next to the lampback boat that you borrowed, stole. And after what seems like a long time, the flash of the sun setting occurs during your breakdown. You slowly and methodically make your way through the city, wondering if you just doomed your friends and what it means that ghost has all of that power at its fingertips, even if it didn't get the main one, and what that means for the city. Hours later, you find your way to the docks where Lord Skurlock asks you to meet him, and he's standing there, and there's an unknown woman next to him. You've never seen them before in your life. As you get closer, she disappears into thin air. He turns to you and says, "Do you have what I asked?"
It came at a great cost.
I don't care what it came at. Do you have what I asked for?
Yes, here.
Make a check. This is for like recognizing esoterica and occult.
So, a 2.
You hand him the artifact. You see some sort of ritual he's doing on the ground. You're not sure exactly what. But he grabs it from you. He places it in the center. He starts a chant. Do you stay or do you leave? Your job is done.
At this point, feeling emotionally wrecked. And he betrayed the people he was known for a little bit now. Close to calling friends, maybe. Who knows? He doesn't care about what Skurlock is doing himself. Colm would leave.
Where does Colm go? Does he go back to the hideout? Does he go to his family?
He will go to his family.
So as you make your way, you decide to go through Brightstone first. You kind of want to avoid the Crow's Foot. You don't want to deal with any of the red sashes. Not in your state. You go through Charter Hall, and you make your way. And just as you're crossing the bridge that separates the more lavish and locked-off part of Charter Hall filled with, civic centers and things like that, you hear an unearthly scream coming from where the docks are. and then you hear crowds of screams. As you turn to view where it's coming from, toward the docks, you see 3 massive figures rising up out of the water, destroying all of the fleets of ships that are docked there currently. You turn around and you see these giant figures destroying the docks, starting to make their way through before delving back under the water, presumably causing havoc throughout the city. You turn around and you just continue to walk back to your family, almost as if nothing matters in this current state. Days later, the city is still being accosted. The forces are trying to deal with it, but Devlin makes his way back into the city. The ghost let him free. A silver nail found him and got him back to decent shape. They patched him up. He's nowhere ready to continue, but he survived. Summer also survived, in much better shape than Devlin since she wasn't shot in the head. Whether or not your crew survived, or the city survives, that's another question.
Greetings, scoundrels. Devlin Oliver here one last time to say thank you. Thank you for listening, your support, and your just being here. This story may be over, but there are so many more adventures to be had. Let us know if you enjoyed. Feedback is always appreciated and helps us to craft better stories for you and us to enjoy. Speaking of other adventures, there are many other spooky tales to be found on this feed. And if you prefer fantasy, jump on over to our Pathfinder 2e adventure, The Written and the Lost. I hear there's a certain fetchling involved who also likes to get into trouble. If you're really looking to hear more from us, check out the Atomic Broadcasting Discord or our other social media. You can find it all in the episode description. Now before I hand it over to our Game Master, I'd like to remind you all, be careful, don't take yourselves too seriously, and most of all, have an atomic time.
Hey, thank you all for listening. Big thanks, of course, to our players. They are Nolan Brubaker as Colm McCug, Michael Petete as Devlin Oliver, and Olivia Sarver as Summer Locke. I, of course, am the GM Jenkins. Music in the show is composed by Michael Petete, and additional music by Jordy Hake. This work is based on Blades in the Dark, a product of 1-7 Design, developed and authored by John Harper, and licensed for our use under the Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 Unported License. Information for Blades in the Dark and the license can be found in the description. Because I don't like things being left unresolved. Can Summer and Devlin make a roll for me? This is just a luck roll. Before you make it, tell me higher or lower, and we'll go from that.
You should have told me that before I rolled it.
I didn't know you were going to roll it immediately.
You told me to roll a thing, so I'm like, I'll just roll it and find out.
Just one?
Yeah, just one.
Okay, I'm going to roll a different one.
Okay.
And I'll say higher, I guess.
Okay. So you need to get higher than a 3 or up.
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
I'm going to say lower.
Okay, so 3 or lower.
2.
Okay. We'll discuss that later.
Okay. All right.